I believe in life, I believe in love, and I believe in cinema.
Hola, APUNTESdeCINE. My name is Alma Pöysti from Poland, Leaves. I hope you come to the movie theater. Yeah, adios.
Amigos del podcast de Apuntes de Cine, Felipe Flores quien les habla. Ahorita empezamos ya con el English Speak. Estoy muy feliz, de verdad muy feliz. Obviamente Movie, saben que siempre es una empresa de acervo que aquí valoramos mucho por las oportunidades que nos dan. Gracias a nuestra querida Laura que está aquí presente con nosotros. Les traigo una entrevista de esas que no me creo. I don't believe that moment. Pero es muy satisfactorio para mí presentarles a mi querida Alma Pöysti.
Pöysti, yes, Alma Pöysti. Hola, mucho gusto.
Es la voz de ella, ya lo oyeron, no soy yo, no estoy inventando, no estoy en un delirio psicótico otra vez. No, ahora sí tenemos un gran invitado. Leaves de Aki Kaurismaki, su cine llega a Apuntes de Cine. Estamos en el podcast desde el Festival de Cine de Morelia. Muchas gracias. Thank you so much for this opportunity. How are you?
I'm muy bien. I'm very good. I'm very happy to be here in Morelia and Mexico. I've never been here before, so I'm overwhelmed by the city and the festival and the people and the food and the atmosphere and all these colors. And I'm in love with this country.
Ahorita ustedes están viendo la traducción obviamente simultánea. So, tell me, what is love? What is love for you?
Love is to care and to not be alone, to share something. And you have to be a little bit courageous to fall in love.
It's emotion. It's a special emotion for my personal. I like so much the cinema for Aki Kaurismaki. I'm very fan for his work. So, what can I say? Dejemos de lado el hecho mediático, the media, the people, the stars, so in another place. Tell me, from this work, in this movie, how do you feel about, what can I say, work with Aki Kaurismaki, the feelings, the sensations, the feelings. How would you feel about this big moment in your career?
Well, it's nothing less than amazing and very real. Aki Kaurismaki is a legend in my country and I guess in the whole world. He's a fantastic filmmaker, and it's a big honor to be able to be part of his cinematic universe and this fairy tale that he created. And working with him was awesome. It was like a journey back to old school cinema making or filmmaking. He uses a 35 millimeter film camera, and the team and him, they've been working together for 40 years. They have this own method and way of making movies, and they invited Jussi Vatanen, my colleague, and me, who were in this movie for the first time, in such a beautiful and loving and warm and funny way. But it was also, hard, because he asked us, for example, not to rehearse, but then to do each scene in one take. So that's a wonderful and terrifying paradox, because you have to succeed the first time you do it. And it's about making this the moment very precious, because it's the first and only time that something is happening in front of the camera. So everybody, we were building the frame for hours with the light and the sound and the props and the sets. And of course, Aki, he's right there all the time, moving moving stuff and building the frame. And it was such a high and beautiful concentration in that room. And you could see how everybody cares so much about each detail, getting it right. And then you have this one moment.
Wow, it's a very good work. The best filmmakers in the world, and your work in his film, it's so amazing. So tell me about your character. How do you feel with she, and he kept the moment of reborn in the love. Your character in Reborn of Love. that's really the question. How do you feel?
No, it's true. She's a very, very lonely woman, but she's also proud. She can take care of herself. She's not dependent on somebody else, and I think she's very proud of that. She's doing lousy jobs and getting treated, well, not very well. She gets fired a lot, and she keeps switching jobs, and she has these 0-hour contracts, but she still can pay her rent and put food on the table, and there is nobody else to mess around with her life. But then, this one night at the karaoke bar together with her friend, she meets the eyes of someone, and it's almost like destiny comes in, because after this moment, she needs to choose.
Wow.
How will she handle this? And you can't escape what just happened, because I think they are struck by love at that time. And in a way, I think they are superheroes, because it takes such a lot of courage to break out of your shyness and your loneliness and also your solitude, because it can be quite comfortable to be in your solitude, because you have complete control and nobody is there to make you disappointed.
Right. It's the question of, hijo, ya mezclamos el Spanglish ahorita, disculpen. The people he broke in situations thought, wow, it's hurt. But tell me now, you say, it's Mexico. You are from Finland. It's Finland. In the UEFA they say, is Finland? Finland, exactly, Finland. Me quedé con la de UEFA, the UEFA soccer. And now you stay in Mexico. How do you feel for the big world, the big alcance, digamos, break? Reach, and the reach of the response of the cinema of Kaurismaki in Mexico. It's unbelievable. How do you feel about this moment, the Finland to Mexico?
No, it's true. We come from the other side of the world and present this movie here. And I think, people are connecting with it. They find humor in it. They find hope and comfort in it. And I think that's amazing. This power of cinema and also of Aki Kaurismaki, that he's able to tell a story that somebody in Mexico will take to their heart.
Yeah.
And in Japan, and in France,
it's a crazy thing.
He is amazing, and I think also humor is one of the hardest things you can do outside your own culture or your own language. But he has a way that really works universally. And one thing is very particular, I think, if you compare Finland and Mexico, for example, in Finland we are masters of silence.
Yeah.
We can be silent anywhere, and to share silence with somebody is maybe the most powerful and trusting thing you can do, and we're never uncomfortable with silence, and we can say a lot in silence. And I think, for example, in Mexico, it's another way of being. You talk more here, and in Italy they also talk more. So, and you understand the Finnish silence, and I think that is fantastic.
Fantastic.
It's very profoundly human.
Wow, the human feelings, it's a universal language.
Yeah.
From the end for this interview, and thank you so much for your time. I understand it's a very work, but you give 1 minute, and I appreciate so much, very much this moment.
Muchas gracias.
But I say the final question. Yeah. After the experience of Fallen Leaves, what is love of yourself, and how do you forgive the mistakes of what can I say? Hasta se me tiembla la voz de preguntar eso, me da melancholy, this declaration. But how is the love of yourself, and how do you forgive the mistakes of the road in the life?
Well, I guess it's all your experiences that makes you you. So you can't escape your past, but you have to somehow become friends with it, or at least accepting it somehow. You don't have to love it if it was bad, but what this movie also says is like there is always the possibility of change.
Correct.
And of chance, and that is hope. And then it's up to you, because life will give you opportunities to change and to meet some other people. But then what are you gonna do about it? Will you have the courage to take that leap, actually? And it's terrifying, of course, but it might be rewarding.
Yeah, of course. This is a lovely interview. Thank you so much, and welcome to Mexico. Very good movie, Fallen Leaves. I love so much, but wow, it's my birthday today.
Oh, really?
Really, it's for me a very gracias. It's a very good gift to me, this interview, really. Así que thank you so much for staying in Apuntes de Cine.
Muchas gracias. And felicidad, ¿no?
Felicidades.
Yes, felicidad.